Hey, welcome back to Blueprints. Look at that open well. Isn't that nice? That means we need to find the code. What was it called? Like the code exchange, code storage, whatever it was called. Also, we only have like 2 gems this time around, so I don't know what we did the previous day that we got 2 extra gems. I completely forgot what it was. Anyway, if we find that one, obviously we are going to be happy. I'm going to open the rooms today over here just to have some fun. And hallway, amazing choice. But the reading nook, rare rooms. I'm gonna have like some fun and just opening all the rooms before I decide on any direction I wanna go. Hallway, not that necessary, so I'm gonna take the corridor. That's okay. All of those 3 rooms, and now I'm going to leave, just as we should do all the time. Also, that means we cannot store coins here anymore unless we put the setting back. It is really funny that it was an option, right? And that my theory was confirmed that I had like some time ago that we can just pick up that money in the future once we drain the water. But alas, trading post is the only new room. I'm gonna take it just because it's a new room. I still wanna see all the rooms. Maybe we can do something cool here. Maybe we can exchange something in the future. Maybe there's like something we can find before we look around. You have like a lot of tea. I want to say you have like a lot of tea, but also TNT? Dynamite, a little too dangerous to pick up. A box? Okay, you rotate. This one rotates, and these ones don't do anything. They're like rules about... No, you don't... You do rotate. Huh? You rotate that one around, okay. I don't know what kind of symbol I wanna have here though. Okay, wait. You rotate around, but pressing the yellow one just moves them up. Okay. Oh, I have like the buttons to reset this. Do I need yellow in each corner? Oh. Allowance? You've been rewarded an allowance token. Your allowance has been permanently raised by 2. Nice. I like that. The flower. What can I trade? You have no items to trade. Okay, but I would like to see what you have to offer here. I mean, I'm happy about getting some allowance here. Would have been nice to figure out what exactly I'm doing. This was kind of random. I don't know. It's too dangerous to pick up, I get it, but maybe there's like a guide to TNT that we can pick up at some point, and maybe then we are fine with like picking up the TNT and blowing a hole in a wall somewhere. Right, there are like multiple walls that I've always wanted to, you know, blow up. Or at least break down any other way. It doesn't need to have to be, like, we don't need dynamite for that. I would be fine with like a bigger sledgehammer, but alas, they are not fine with that. Can't believe that you wouldn't just want to destroy your own estate, right? Kind of crazy if you ask me. Anyway, let's get some money. And a banana. I could always start with the library. Security, good start early. So I'm gonna take it. I love security. It's such a great room. Yeah, we are here. Also, I want to go outside and check out the terminal that I didn't check out. Actually, we've got the experiment running, right? And they said that, like we did that last time, but we need the security, like the bunker terminal to check for stuff, to unlock all the doors. And maybe we can do that now. Log into network. Swan song. I don't think that we can connect to any without entering that one room. So we should probably do that. But I'm actually not sure if the boiler's still active. I feel like it's not. Remote terminal access. Reactive terminals. The lab is offline. No, I can use that one. The shelter is active. I'm gonna leave that for now. Okay. But it's interesting that I can do that and I don't need to enter that room. But it doesn't seem like, yeah, those are not active. Like the pipes aren't glowing blue, so I need to do that soon again. So I'm gonna go to, where is it? To the Nook first to get the library. Because we love the library. Also, we love keys. And we might get lucky. And no, wait, you're turning to the right again. That's annoying. I guess I'm taking the storeroom then. I know that I need the... Oh, 2 keys. Am I willing to open this one with like 3 keys? Yes, I am. I'm gonna do it for once, you know, I rarely do that. Oh, key back, perfect. That's definitely worth it then. I mean, if I'm getting a sledgehammer in the next room, then I'm still gonna, you know, bite myself, but... that's just kind of how the news goes, I guess. Let's go over here. This one's obviously unlocked. Would have been nice to get that one later. Okay, utility closet, absolutely. Are you, by the way, still open? No. The end stuff isn't open, but obviously we want keycard system offline. We could solve that one again, but we've already done it and I don't really see much of a reason. Oh wait, we should probably turn off the gym while we're at it. Don't see much of a reason to do that. And we have to wait for the dark room anyway, for it to blow the fuse before we can turn it on again. That's fine though. Now that we have that one, we are going into security, making the world more secure with more secure doors that are all going to be offline. Just as security intended. Welcome to the state, yeah, keycard system. Keycard system settings, set security level high, and offline mode obviously being unlocked. And now we go back and exit. I like those settings, okay. Then, my beloved room. I love you so much, you're such a great room. I'm gonna take you before I take the hallway. I just like this room, okay? It's so cozy. I wouldn't mind a room like that. Let's go to the left first and we maybe find something like the West Wing Hall that lets us go further south. I don't really care about the other rooms here. Crow and Row, obviously we can ignore you. Were you always that empty? Wasn't there like a table here at some point? Also, what's... Maybe I'm confusing 2 rooms in my mind right now. Code check. Code check it is. We can go into the other side. Retrieve the item, the basement key. Have a great day. Okay. Screw the estate, we are going outside. Oh, yes. You have like a lot of steps still we can probably explore later on once we are done with whatever I'm doing in the underground. Hopefully I only need this key once. And we might be able to figure that one out later. This also means that we have to still drain the reservoir at some point. Because obviously now we can only see the other side of the basement. Maybe you can see the... What was it called? The catacombs? From here? I don't actually know where exactly we are entering. We still have the basement key, right? Yeah. Since there are like multiple doors, I assumed as much. Yeah, this is just this side. And we do know that there's something hidden inside of here. Inside of that wall somewhere. Right, there's like a hidden... Something hidden plan or something I called it, right? Like one of those number 10s. Yeah, we need to drain this all so we can reach the boat and go to the other side, I'm guessing. Abandoned mine. There should be this mine cart that we can move around then. First, I want to check out this one. Upgrade disc. We love ourselves some upgrade discs. A bunch of candles that we can't turn on because we still don't have a lighter. This is the second point of it. Didn't we see that one already? The north lever, right? We have like the 10 here. There's like a 10 somewhere in this drawing over here. That's probably for people who found it this way. I'm guessing this is supposed to be like the easy way, which I could see. I just got really unlucky when it came to the pump station. And obviously we need to go to another place. Also, I don't know what this is supposed to be. What are you depicting? Oh, wait. We read about sigils. Yeah, we read about sigils last time. And this is like the symbol in the middle. We had those. I feel like they're supposed to mean fog. I don't know those symbols, so I don't remember them. And obviously I didn't, finish like my notes with like graphics and stuff, so I can't actually check that here. I don't even know what that would even do for us. I'm just surprised that we only have like 3 lines. Normally we have 4. And with like the outer ring, which is 1 color. And again, I feel like we are getting a lighter at some point. So the dark tunnel isn't even related to what I thought it would have been. It's a closed door. Completely closed, okay, but we can go over here. And connect all of it. That does mean though that we need to reach the underground from the other side again. I am kind of assuming that whatever we're doing inside of here is permanent, that we don't need the key again. I really hope. But we can move you back, and then next time we reach the foundation, we can actually use both of those sides at the same time. And if I drain the reservoir just a little bit, then we might get it to the correct height that we don't even need to go via the well and can just reach everything. There wasn't anything there, right? Yeah. Anyway, we reach it from this side. That's nice. You can still see that one. I'm fine with this. I still don't really know what like those notes about like the hidden maps or whatever it was are supposed to mean. I don't know if we need like a shovel, if we need like a map, if we need like something. That reminds me, like the last 2 times we found maps, we didn't actually do anything with those. And it still kind of bothers me. Because like I feel like the last time we could have actually done something with it. Anyway, I'm assuming that this is a permanent change. I hope. I'm still gonna return the key to the code rack if I'm close by. I always say code rack, but it's code check. Why can't I remember code check? I always want to say code rack. You know what? We are outside already. We might not have the most intense of explorations today, but I wanna see what's in the driveway because the door should have been here. Yeah. Private drive, that's probably a new room. Black Bridge Grotto. There's a button here. Do I want to press it? That's definitely quite a lot of surveillance here going on. Oh, we have a terminal. Oh, we can use that one to insert a disk. Nice. Upgrade the plan so I don't actually have to forget it in a later room. Boudoir. Okay, maybe you are giving me a password here? A gem, 2 dice, or 3 apples? I like getting... Okay, here's the thing. I really like getting bedrooms to get more steps. I feel like that's always reasonable, which is why I would like that one. But having a room that gives us 2 rerolls is also not too bad. 1 gem, not really worth it, I have to say. It's one of those. And the apple just gives us 2 steps, so this would be 6 steps. So it's a decent bedroom. I would say like 5 steps is actually decent for it also being a way to go around. But getting 2 dice guaranteed is actually not that bad. So I'm gonna do that upgrade. Thanks for successfully upgrading that one. Do I want to press the button? I really do. A small data microchip. Looks like it might be able to be plugged in somewhere. Not inside of here? Huh? Is that microchips? I'm guessing I need to find all 3 inside of here. It's just like a tutorial to show me where that would go. Okay, what does the terminal do normally, by the way? Black bridge, press enter. Black bridge in network administration controls. Admin key is probably not swan song because that's just the one for the internet. Okay, admin not found, so we can't do anything here. And we can just connect online to all the other terminals though. We've also not really heard about Black Bridge prior to unlocking it, which is why I'm not really that worried that we might have missed something important, like password-wise. So I'm gonna leave. Are there any other outside locations I've not found yet? Because I feel like those are actually all of them, right? The Gemstones Cavern are outside of there. I'm guessing we've unlocked everything outside with that, right? We have like the shed where we get a new room. We have... Wait, we still have the tunnels that I don't know about, right? But they don't seem to be like a permanent upgrade. At least not on the list. They don't do anything special. Right. I guess we just have to find the boiler room then. Yeah, that's all we can do. I'm still gonna check in the key just in case I need it. Like, if I don't, I can always replace it later on, right? It's like that, not like it costs us anything extra to keep that one here, except for like the 2 steps I have to invest here. But I'm really worried that I might need it later on, so let me just keep it in here. Right, like some games like to do that. It's not really clear whether this is a good change. I mean, 3 keys isn't actually that bad. And we turned on the garage, if I recall correctly. Did we? We did. So we can use this as a shortcut back outside if we need it. Anything else hiding in like one of the corners? I don't think so. No? I don't really want to mow the lawn right now, so it doesn't actually help. I actually didn't pay attention to the license plate. Swinsung. I get it. Card and car. Again, like between recording sessions, I will have a lot of time to actually take my notes, and maybe we can actually figure out what like the rooms are trying to tell me, because there aren't actually that many gaps, and I feel like I found all of them. So maybe we can actually figure out like what is written on all the paintings, basically. And I wouldn't mind that. Oh, the music because we went outside, I think. Hallway. I'm gonna take the chapel here just because it's the best room. Like when it comes to exits. I like when the music changes, right? Because there isn't actually that much music in the game, like that's really prominently featured. And this track is just like really lovely. I still don't really know what like all of those angels are called and you know how important they're going to be. Oh, the lab. I'm gonna take the lab. I like the lab. You're obviously inactive now. But we might be able to check out a cool experiment. Continue with the experiment. Gain 3 gold for each red room in your house. Gain +1 star. Set your ISO 2. When you draft a red room, lose 5 steps, and then by drafting, if you draw a drawing room floor plan, the next 3 times you open a locked trunk. I feel like this might be the best one, just because we can get more value out of it. And 3 gold for each. No, set the dice to 2. That's actually not too bad as an experiment. You know, it's like a neat effect. Would have been nice to open the trunk that I found later then, but you know, we obviously don't have power. We need boiler room, but maybe we can find that one. Hallway, dark room. We have the utility closet. I can just take the regular closet. We still have like the path over there. I don't really care about the dark room here, just because we only get like 1 more room out of it. And getting more items is actually not that bad. Sledgehammer, for example. Neat. Feeling bad because I opened a box already, but hey, I guess that's just how it goes sometimes. Listen to that lovely music. Guest bedroom, no. I'm gonna take the regular bedroom then, or the billiard room. Kinda wanna save some steps, but there aren't actually that many ways to do that, and getting maybe something cool in here wouldn't be too bad. And we get a coin. I thought maybe we could find a fruit. I know sometimes there's some fruits over here. Lock in the clock. Let's do the math real quick. 11. You really want me to do that much math? This is 31, 37. Okay, so 20. 18. 8, 7, so 1, 10, 20. 13 and 8 is 21, 20, 110. 2 keys. I mean, it could be worse. Could be worse. Absolutely. We can't even drink in this room. Can't believe this. Even though it's here. Hallway doesn't help us. The spare room is probably the wisest choice here, just to keep like the other rooms open for later. And then we turned off the gym, right? Yeah, it's dark. So it's not too bad. I'm gonna go to the right first. I'm gonna go to the left first. And we have like 9 keys, I don't really care. I'm gonna go to the right first. Give me something good. Something that lets me go both directions. No. Patio doesn't help us here too much, so I'm gonna take the parlor, so we have like the option to go further down. And I don't mind having a dead end at the end here. Which is why I really like having like those passageways at the end that don't really block off the way too much. The gems are in this box. The gems are in the box next to this box, so those two could be true. The gems are in the blue box. Okay. They can't all be true at the same time, so this has to be false, this has to be false, and this one has to be true, so it has to be the black one. Yep, 3 gems. Always the anticipation when I open this one, because I am always doubting myself, even though I've been relatively successful when it comes to this puzzle, for obvious reasons, right? But except for that one time where I wasn't aware that... I'm gonna take the guest bedroom here in a second. Where I wasn't aware that the... Oh, compass. That blank statements count as true. Right? I mean, they're certainly not false, which is why I wasn't sure about it. This is the sanded end. Okay, we can work with that. As always, we have like most of the stuff anyway. We have like everything on the east side of the estate. We are only missing like the second to the, like, how do I put it? Like in the very top right, basically. We have like the E and the room left of that we don't actually have, but technically we've seen it. I feel like we've seen all the rooms anyway, so at this point I'm actually not too worried about figuring out that puzzle at some point. Okay, opening you. Conference room, courtyard. They're both not great, like positioning wise, but I have to take one or the other. This one wouldn't actually be too bad, because if we have like any spread effects, then we don't have to walk through like the whole estate. I'm gonna take the conference room then. That's not too bad now that I think about it, right? Because we are like kind of locked off, and also free room. Ooh, dark room wouldn't be too bad. Oh wait, we want to reach the foundation anyway, right? Okay, with the dark room we have to walk around, so it's not really worth it. We have 2 gems for the passageway, giving us the most options, so I'm gonna take it because we have like 7 keys anyway. We are quite likely to find some more pathways. Oh, free door again. And if we can reach the right room... Now we're just gonna take the bedroom. It's free. We want to look at the other side and maybe we can do something now. Drawing room is okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take the drawing room. We are wasting like a step because this one just leads us through there. I know we were just kind of rushing, but you know, we have the options. All of the options. So it's time to go into the underground again. To that lovely tune. Oh, I love it. It's so warm. Taken away. You're locked. No, you're not locked. Okay, so the doors just close and they're not locked anymore, which is important because otherwise I would have had to go away. This one's off though, so we can only, if we get the key card, we can use it to go from the well to the foundation, but we needed the key card to do so, because otherwise we can't call the elevator to us. Okay. Anything inside of here that I forgot about? I don't think so. Right, like we have like the map later on, there's like still the thing. Maybe we can use the sledgehammer on like one of the walls. I don't think I've ever tried it. It's like where I would use it. Maybe if I click on it? No. Okay, it can just shatter like the padlocks. Would be nice to have like a shortcut like that, but I'm guessing this is not quite the intended way. And again, there should be something hidden around here, like at that corner. They said something about like a hidden plan, but we might need like a special item for that. So I'm going to accept that and instead just go to where I actually want to go, you know, the other room where we can now spin around a lot more. That should like open up quite a bit, I hope. Right, because we cannot do the thing from here. We can do the connection that I actually wanted to do. Okay, like, we know that if I go over there, we don't actually make any progress. So my idea is, what happens if I spin you around? Oh, wait. This one could have actually also helped. I'm gonna start over here. Right, because we have like, we still have like that connection here, I just noticed. So this is actually probably the right way to do this. And if I go over here now, and I can follow this lamp and just go on the big gear. We're figuring out something. The only issue is obviously that we can't actually reach the antechamber today. That's quite unlikely that we are going to be able to. Okay, now show me your secrets. What do you want me to do? I can spin you again. To where? That doesn't help me in this setup though. Right? Because I don't think there is anything over there. Is there? Oh! Secret tunnel? There's something here. Ooh, performance log 608. Wasn't the first one the third one? This is a few years later. I feel like the last one was in 1915. Yeah. After almost 3 years in the tunnels, SNR has informed me that we will be closing up the site in June. It has been a somewhat bittersweet experience working on such a historical, significant excavation over the past 30 odd months, yet being unable to share any of that work with the world. Maybe one day. Still, there's a significant amount of work that has yet to be done, and it's vitally important that we conclude our efforts in the main cavern and reinforce the structural integrity of the site before we seal the tunnels next month. It may be generations before they are reopened. Maybe we are the generation that reopens it. Door? Where do you lead? Oh? It's over there, okay. Didn't actually notice that there was a door, if you could even notice that one. Right, this is... Yeah, I want to say this is the little mine shaft over here. So now we can have more options, because we can turn you around now. And once we turn you around, then... Okay, we have like this connection. It doesn't actually do that much. I thought we could do a little bit more. Maybe if I connect you in a moment. Wait. Does it even work? It doesn't work. Wait. How am I fixing this then? Because I can reach that table over there again. But we've been there before. Right, it's just this one. Like the whole map that we... Well, we came from over here then. Oh, this is locked off. This is the door that was locked to the catacombs. There's the cliffside exit. I don't think it's the one with like all the crates, right? No, this is probably the boarded up one. So whatever we found earlier doesn't actually connect to anything like in front of the estate. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the original setting, because if we go backwards now, then I'm gonna try the other way that I couldn't try earlier. Wait, I need to rotate you a little bit more. No, wait, how did I get there? I feel like I figured it out in my mind. I just need to spin you a little bit more. I know the spinning takes some time. It's also really impressive that I can just do that like one-handed, probably. Seems like you need a lot of strength in your hand to do that. Or like your wrist at least. Okay, let's go back into this secret little room. We have to kind of reverse our steps here. And go back to the station that we were before. Yeah, it's quite loud, I get it. But again, at least the soundtrack in the background is very lovely. Okay, and you. Now we can lower you again, and we can turn around. Then my goal is to reach like another place. So now I'm going to go around here. Wait a second. Am I being silly right now? I feel like I'm being silly right now. I'm misunderstanding something. If I put you up again, then that doesn't actually help me. I obviously want to reach this one. Where would I reach that one from? Can I reach you? Oh, I can. I get what I have to do now. Now that I've reset it, I can just go back here and I can go via this room in a moment. Once I turn you a little bit more. Finding out all the secrets. You can't hide from me. I kind of would like to... I mean, there's going to be the big lever at the end that we can't actually make a lot of use out of because we don't have the broken lever. Or for the south antechamber door. We don't have the east one. We don't know where the west one is. Like, no wait, that should be in the secret garden. We don't have the key for that one. And I also didn't really figure out how the secret garden key is supposed to work because I didn't explore enough. That is kind of on me. You can spin this one around though. What connection could I make from here? Yeah, I'm gonna figure that one out later. First, I am excited about figuring out this thing. Oh, you're just open. That's one long tunnel. Why is that tunnel so long? Why is this lever so important that it has to be so far away? Multiple doors? I mean, good thing I have 7 keys with me. And this one opens the actual door. And I can kind of reach this place if I really want to. Relatively easily, you know. Room 46. That's what we waited for. The issue only being that we can't reach it. Door? I can't interact with you. This is the inner sanctum, by the way. Why are there so many doors and why can't I do anything with you? Well, if I close you again, I'm probably getting the animation that you're closing. I just didn't really interact with the doors before. I don't know if I can open the doors before I... Oh, the music's kind of intense. Okay, I'm gonna flip it again, just in case we reach it somehow. We know what to do now. It's actually really easy to reach this lever as long as I make it to the foundation. The issue obviously being that the foundation itself is not enough. We need to still, with our few steps that are remaining, we need to get the secret garden to get the west door. We could get the some of the other rooms obviously as well. But first I need to figure out where I can even go with this setup. Just over there? But this one doesn't actually do anything for us, right? This just spins it further along. And then we can go to here probably to kind of have a shortcut. If I see this right. If I leave it like this, right, we can just return here whenever. Obviously, however, you know, overwhelming the music might get, we can't actually reach the last room right now. And I don't really know, right? I mean, then the estate is ours, but there's like still so much missing. I get why people, like, I've definitely heard that people have like post-game stuff that they want to figure out. Like, for example, why can't I drain you? Why is there a tunnel in there? How far down can I go? If I have like the pump station, can I lower this like to the very bottom? Maybe? I don't even need to... Oh wait, I need to reach the estate itself as well. Like, if I find the key card and open like one of the sides, then I still need like the key card to, you know, use the elevator up here. Anyway, we're going to go up and maybe figure out a way to open this real quick. We still have a bit of episode left and I am really excited of trying this out, but otherwise, like, even if we don't manage to do it this time around, it should only take like a few more runs. Now that we have like all the pieces in place. Do I want to go to the top now? No. I want to go to the west first and see what this does for us. Use a key. We have like so many keys. Nursery. We need steps. We need steps, absolutely. And +8 steps. I know I'm going inside. That might... Oh! This is a late item for us, but I don't mind it. Getting better items now for the last few rooms could be useful. Like, very useful. If I get like a secret key. Great. And the chart still, the box. There's probably something about this that I don't get yet. You know, but we have seen all the rooms, like all the positions at least. Between recordings again, I will... First of all, go to the drawing room, by the way. I will finalize like the text, because I feel like this is going to be important soon. Library doesn't help us, commissary doesn't help us. I'm gonna redraw. Locksmith does help us. Almost. Because we need a secret garden, and the secret garden can only be on the side. But maybe we can get the key anyway. Special key. Give me the right one. Silver key is actually not too bad. But we need to reach the right side, if I recall correctly. But it's not too bad, I can do that. Right, silver key is the hall, the many doors here. The hallway is going to help us. Also, I have to lower the volume slightly. It's very intense. I need to hear my own thoughts here. Use the regular key. For now. Archives, the bunk bedroom gives us a lot of steps and then we can go via the right side. It's going to be risky, but I'm gonna do it. And maybe we can get some gems in here. Oh, bananas. Even more steps. I like getting steps. You have the black pawn here. That doesn't actually help us right now. Hamster. Love him. So great. Anything hidden in here? I feel like we're always getting one item at most in those rooms that are not specified to have like special items. They tend to always be over there. Anyway, we've been over here, so it's time to continue. Library. I'm gonna take the library just because it brings us further north. And we do need that. Oh, magnifying. Oh, that's actually perfect. Just in case there's like something in Swimbird that's important. Swimbird today is 93. I want to say we are like in the 90s. I know this was like a reference to something in the last episode. I was wondering if we were in the 90s, but... Oh, Swimbird. Yeah, we had like a drawing of that one. A merry marigold. I am a dare bird, a daring, brave and brave bird. Diving so deep, bird, a ride on the wave, bird. Yeah, you look kind of determined. There's not a dare I would not do. There's not a depth I would not dive to. However, my friends are not very open to the idea that I like the skies less than the ocean. Bird in the sky, not in the sea, that is what they say when looking at me. You are not a seabird, you are not a swimbird. If you are a friend bird, fly in the wind, bird. And shouldn't you always listen to friends, for they know me best, or so they pretend. So I dare not dive, and I dare not swim, and I dare not step foot in the ocean again. And I dare not smile, and I dare not laugh, for they will do that for me, and on my behalf. And I dare not dream, and I dare not speak, for maybe my friends won't like the real me. And I will say goodbye to my dreams at the sea, and wonder why daring just feels like defeat. That's not a... I get that there's like a slightly deeper message, right? The message obviously for us is obvious that maybe you shouldn't, but as a children's book? I know, like, I'm from Germany, like, all the fairy tales we have is, like, about people losing their fingers and stuff, or getting ground up in a mill, or something like that, but come on, that's, like, kind of depressing. I know what the message is supposed to be, but it feels like something's missing. Like, in a normal children's book, you would probably have, like, a few more pages where it's like, maybe just because they are my friends, maybe they are not always right? Seriously? This is how it ends? It's kind of depressing. I guess definitely interesting. Simon borrowed it in 85, December 24th, so for Christmas, basically. I'm guessing the same Simon, you know, would make sense. How old would we have been back then? That's like 8 years ago, so we would have been like around 6-ish? Right, to my understanding, we are like 14. If like the newspapers to be believed, and I hope we can believe in the newspaper here. Anyway, you're not locked, that's great. Wine cellar. I have to take the I can't take the observatory. I love when the game trolls me. I should have taken the other key. Would have been so much safer. I guess the wine cellar is then. Get those gems in. Oh, the lever. Obviously I blocked off this one now, so that the lever doesn't actually help us that much. We are locked in again. I should have just taken the silver key and it would have given us a connection here. But we can't do that, you know, afterwards. Can go through the foundation. Okay, this is something that might sound stupid, but what happens if I use the silver key in a moment? Because the silver key would open, like, give us 7 closed doors, but if we go north with that key, Does that work? Yes. No! It doesn't work. That's interesting. I guess aquarium? The silver key is gone because we can't... Like, my thought was, obviously, like, we can't have, like, an open door in this direction. So we actually have to pay attention that we use the key sensibly? Yeah, sure, let's use our last key, it's okay. Mail room. I guess so. There's, like, nothing else we can do here. Yep, getting something tomorrow. Nothing new. Oh, coupon book. How useful. Now that we are done with our run today. I mean, it's a short run today comparatively to like all the other ones. I don't necessarily mind. Right, like I still believe there's like chief and chef or something like that, right? Would make sense. Well, we don't even have like any of the rooms that are funny where we could just drain everything. Alas. We are kinda done here then. 34 steps. What can I do with all those steps? We... Could revisit the guest bedroom. I don't know why we would want to do that. The gym, the conference room. I mean, we could go outside just because we can. Huh. I always like to, you know, revisit like all of the places one last time before I leave. Wait, if I bring the elevator down, does it stay down? Can we even go around the cart? Because I don't think we can currently. So it doesn't actually matter that much, it would just be kind of a waste of time. It's okay. I guess we're just leaving? I'm gonna revisit the rooms real quick. I know otherwise we are kind of done, but did get the special key that we, you know, threw away. We do not need the basement key anymore. We should have found a trunk and opened that one, but I don't think there is any trunk anywhere. Because, you know, otherwise I definitely shot myself if there is one. Because I could have gotten dice and saved the run there. I don't think there is any. Just quickly checking if I would have been saved had I not been for my own stupidity. But I don't think there was a way to save that run at that moment. Also, it's always the whole thing where like runs blend together and it's kind of hard to remember all the items you've had. Like still so many candles. I'm wondering if there's still a way to like light them at some point. The den again, favorite room apparently. Kind of want to know what I can actually do. I'm gonna log into the network. Gonna go for the yeah, connecting to network. I wanna go for the what's it called, the bunker one, because that obviously it's probably not going to have like great measurements, right? New active terminals, lab is online, shelters offline, office is offline. Sure, shelter. Yes, I can only connect to one offline terminal each day. That's okay. That at least enables us to unlock all the doors once we want to, you know, which would be a cool effect later on, but I just want to know if the radiation monitor actually cares about stuff. Electrical house running rounds is conducted by experiment conducted in Mount Holly's laboratory. I don't know if they're like higher now because there's an experiment running, but I feel like it's really low still. Yeah, it's probably the big machine that we have to turn on again. And we need the boiler for that one. Look at the network. Yeah, we don't care about the time lock save, so makes sense that this is it for today. But you know, we made progress, right? As always, we're making progress. We've opened that. Do we even have to reopen it? Because the underground is obviously permanent, right? Does that mean that you're just open? I mean, I will figure it out once I open a like one of the other levels, because I can see the room. That would be interesting to know. But I feel like it's just time to leave then. Can't really go down there anymore. We would need a keycard for next time, but like it doesn't actually help. Also, wait a second. Before I do this, did I? No, I didn't have the queen's, or like the bedroom of her ladyship this time around. I want to see if the figurines are still the same, or if they change each run. Also, are you turned on? No, you are still blocked. How dare you still be blocked? It's time to go down. Quickly. I just really want to know what happens down here. And then probably call it a day. If the figurines are the same, then we can at least make like mental note of it, and once we find all of the important rooms, which would again still require to find the one bedroom, you know, which is kind of hard comparatively. Then that's going to be something. Also, I'm guessing we can't actually go to like the further away places. They're just decoration, I'm assuming, at this point. Obviously, I might just have like wrong assumptions here. Yeah, you're all back. I need to have one of each of those rooms. Can I have the map open while I'm doing this? Wait. Map. Because we definitely are missing. Like, the hardest pieces are going to be king and queen, obviously. The rest we have at least twice. And like, you know, placing a pawn is actually really simple. But maybe something happens if I place them correctly, like some of them at least. Where do we have pawns? We have them in the storeroom, for example, which would be in this one. Oh, it's lit up. So my theory is correct. Something's happening when I'm connecting everything. We do have the chapel, which is over there. You should be in there. Yeah. Good thing I'm taking notes, right? This is why I have the digital notes that I can update all the time if I need to. Security next to it. No, it was here. Yeah. I want to know what this is all about, but I still, like, this time around it's not going to help us actually, just because obviously we can't connect them. Wait a second, I have like a theory. I've not seen the king yet, right? Have I? Not seen the kings yet. Okay, I had to try. What else do I need? Okay, we need those two. Obviously, we have not found them. But we do have... Wait a second. Nook and the vault. No, Nook is just... Yeah, okay. You can go here. Hey, Tetris. And now I could probably try all of those positions, but I'm guessing it's just not going to work because those pieces don't exist, right? We have to have a run where we actually find all of the pieces. Which is interesting, if you ask me. I just want to know what this is all about. And then something's probably going to happen. Something very, very special. Also, cracks in the wall. Let me use my sledgehammer. Anywhere, please. Maybe drain all the water then. And then we can just jump down. You know? I don't know why we would want to do that, but imagine. Okay, at least we have that as a confirmation. Quite happy about that. The water just had like a weird sparkle when I came closer to it. Maybe this door will open. And this one's obviously just like the notes about like that stuff. Again, I'm gonna have to check that one later. Oh, we did see the... which one would it be? Would it be green? That we've seen underground? I'm not really sure. Gonna have to check the recording as always, you know. I like going over my notes when I'm doing that. But I feel like we have found out everything that we can find out today, so I'm quite happy about that. You know, for the most part, it would have been nice if the silver key had actually worked as intended and not, you know, trolled me because I tried to use it at the end of the estate. But, you know, if you think about it, it makes sense, right? Like by the rules of the estate, it's just weird that I could use the silver key because normally you're not able to use keys that do not fit. I mean, that do not fit the situation. Obviously, they wouldn't fit then, right? Like similar to like the secret garden, it just doesn't work. But yeah, I guess we're here now. And we are ready to end the day. And I'm quite happy with like where we ended up. Obviously, a shorter episode than usual, just because like the last few episodes probably were like 15 to 20 minutes earlier, like longer. I can't even talk anymore. I have just been yapping for too long at this point. It might just be time to call it a day and figure out what the estate tells us. Oh no, I should have tried the trading post. Next time I'm gonna try the trading post. I'm feeling so stupid about this now. I always forget about the shed, okay? I always have to remember it in the beginning. This was the only new room that we have had. There's still a lot of rooms actually missing. This is the sizable inn of the dead because we have so many dead end rooms. That's fine though. And we've reached rank 9 again and found 9 items. We could have traded those in. I'm gonna do that next time. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I have enjoyed my time as well. I say as well, I really hope you enjoyed it, because otherwise that would be silly. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you next time. Till then, have a good one, and bye-bye.